Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing inverse variation. If you have been following our series, in our last class we were able to discuss direct variation, but this class we'll be discussing inverse variation. A quick reminder, for direct variation we're able to establish that the variable changes at the same rate. By implication, it means if one doubles, the other doubles as well. That's for direct variation. But for this inverse variation, as you can see on the screen, it is still the same thing as indirect variation. So for this case, if y increases, s decreases, and if s decreases, y increases. The reverse is just the case. That's why we call it indirect variation. And don't forget, we're able to establish the proportionality constant that will change to k. Now in this case, if you see 1 over is an indirect, so we say it varies inversely. That's the word. So if y varies inversely as x, that is the word. So when it's here varies inversely, that's 1 over that element we are talking about. If y varies inversely as x, then y equals, so this proportionality constant will change it to k. If this k now multiply this one, it will be k here, so it will be y equals k over x, where our k is constant of the equation. So we are used to this. So what we just need to know, basically, once it's an inverse variation, you have to put it like this. That's the indirect variation we are talking about. So let's get some questions and see what we can do with it. The volume V, like I said, once you are given a letter, make use of the letter. But if you are not given a letter, you can formulate a letter yourself. You are still correct. Any letter that suits you, just make use of it. You are good to go. The volume V of a gas kept at constant temperature is there, varies inversely, as you can see. Like I said, the question will state it categorically. Varies inversely as the pressure P. This time around, we are told that V varies inversely as the pressure P. If the pressure is 24 pounds per square inch, the volume is 15 cubic feet. What will be the volume when the pressure is 30 pounds per square inch? So let's work with this verse. Varies inversely as P, that's V. V varies inversely as P. So let's go and make use of this to make our job easier. So let's say solution number 1. Okay, let's make use of this first. So let's say solution 1. Okay, let's get our template here. But don't forget, this one says V varies inversely as P. V varies inversely as P. So before this, let's impute our proportionality constant. So we are told that V varies inversely as P. Awesome. So that's what the question is telling us. So with this now, we'll now change it. This will change to equality sign, and this will change to K. Beautiful. So we can now say this is our equation 1. Awesome. So having done that, we can now see what the question is asking us to do. If the pressure is 24 pounds when P is 24, V is 15. When P is 24, V is 15. P is 24, right? Then V is what? 15. That's all the question. These details were given to us so that we can find the value of K. So let's impute this into equation 1 to get our K. Awesome. So our P is what? 24. And our V is what? 15. Awesome. So just let's cross multiply to get our K. This will times this will times this. So our K can now be 15 times 24. Our K can now equal 15 times 24. Beautiful. So if you point your calculator, you say 15 times 24, it will give you 360. Beautiful. Now that we've gotten the value of K, so what's the question asking from us? What will be the volume? What is V? That's what the question is. When P is 30, what is V? When P is 30, V is what? When P is 30, V is what? We don't know. That's what the question is asking from us. So all we need to do now is to bring our equation 1 and insert it. We are looking for V. Awesome. Our P has been given as what? 30. Our K, we know our K already to be what? 360. Awesome. So having done that, our V can now be what? If you bring out your calculator and punch 360 divided by 30, you have 12. That's the volume. So what's the unit? The volume, we use 15, we use cubic feet, so that means our result will be in cubic feet. Cubic feet. Awesome. So that's all. Number 1. So let's dive straight to question number 2. So we say solution number 2. Awesome. So what's the question? Let's see the question. The time to complete a project varies inversely. You see, the question is stating it categorically. Varies inversely with the number of employees. So we are not given letters here. So we can use any letter that suits us. Let's use T for time, E for employee. T varies inversely as E. T varies inversely as E. Okay, let's use this template. T varies inversely as E. T varies inversely as E. We have it this way. T varies inversely as E. So once we change this sign, we change to K. K times 1 here will give us K. So let's quickly do that. So we have our K. Awesome. So we can now say this is our equation 1. Beautiful. So what's the question saying? If 3 people can complete the project in 7 days, so that means if 3 people can complete the project in 7 days, people now is the employee here. So when E is 3, we'll say T, that's the time, is 7. When E is 3, T is 7. So with that, we can get the value of our K. When E is what? 3. T is what? 7. So let's just input this value in our equation 1. When T is, because we're actually looking for K, E is 3. Then our T is what? 7. Beautiful. All we just need to do is to cross multiply. So that this can times this can times this. So that our K can be what? 7 times 3. And 7 times 3 will definitely give us what? 21. Beautiful. So we know the value of our K now. 21. So what's the question asking from us? How long? That's the time. The question is asking from us T. How long will it take 5 people? E is 5 employee, 5 employee now. When E is 5, what's T? When E is 5, then T is what? Don't know. So what we just do is just to take our equation 1 as usual. So our E is 5. We know our K already to be 21, and we are looking for T. Just bring out your calculator and punch. 21 divided by 5 will give you what? 4.2. Since we are talking about how long, and the question has been explaining to us, it's putting it in days for us. So it will be days, 4.2 days. Beautiful. So let's go straight to the last question, question number 3. So we'll say solution number 3. Beautiful. Let's get the question. By now we are used to how an inverse variation works. The number of revolutions, like I said, once you are not given letter, you can formulate letter yourself. Anyone that suits you. The number of revolutions made by a tire over a fixed distance varies inversely to the radius of the tire. Okay. Number of revolutions, radius. If you use R and R, you can use capital letter R or small letter O. Let's use N, so that we know that N is for these revolutions. Then we use R for radius. Okay. The number of radius, the number of revolutions made by a tire over a fixed distance varies inversely to the radius of the tire. So we say N varies inversely as R. N varies inversely as R. Let's put it that way. Beautiful. So, as usual, we know we change our proportionality constant to K. Awesome. So, we say this is our equation 1. So what's the question I'm saying? A 12-inch radius tire makes 100 revolutions to travel a certain distance. So when R is 12, N is 100. So we've been given this information so that we can get the value of our K as usual. So from here, we get our K. R is what? 12. N is what? 100. So all we just need to do is to cross multiply. So that 100 can times 12, K times 1. So that our K can now equal 100 times 12. So, if you bring out your calculator and punch 100 times 12 will give you what? 1200. So, we've gotten the value of our K. So, what is the question asking from us? How many revolutions has N? would a 16-inch radius tire require to travel the same distance? When R is 16, what is N? When R is 16, what is N? When R is what? 16. What is N? We don't know. That's what the question is asking from us. Just bring out our equation 1. Know that R is what? 16. Now our K already to be what? 1200. So what is N? So our N now equal, just bring out your calculator and punch. Okay, for record purpose, let's keep this here. Beautiful. So our N will be what? If you bring out your calculator and punch 1200 divided by 16 to give you what? 75. So the unit is in revolutions. So that's our final answer. You can always pause, rewind this video for better clarification and understanding. If you have any issue or any question about this video or any of our videos, kindly help drop a comment here. We will reply as soon as we can. Help us like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, My Simple Maths. Kindly help press the notification bell so that you can always receive notification from us whenever we post a new video. Thank you.